Welcome back to my kitchen. On today's menu, we have braised meatballs over white cheddar mashed potatoes. This meal is super comforting and really just makes you slow down and enjoy the luxuries of life. We're gonna treat the meatballs like short ribs and braise them till they're nice and tender. And then cheese and potatoes are always gonna go together. It all sounds great. Let's get to work. Getting started on our meatballs, here we have some white bread, and all we're gonna do is just tear these in chunks and we're gonna soak them in a little bit of milk. This is really just gonna add a lot of moisture to that meatball. You know, we want meatballs to be flavorful, juicy, not dried out. We've all had dry meatballs and they're just not fun. So we're gonna go ahead and just tear these. They don't gotta be pretty, just rip them up, throw them in a bowl. They're gonna be crushed into a whole mixture anyway. So I was thinking about using croissants for this, but I feel like that'd be too buttery, a lot of flavor. So we're just gonna soak these in there, press it down. That milk is gonna soak into that bread, make that bread nice and soft. We can set this to the side. Making our meatballs is super easy. We have 3 different kinds of meat going in. We're going in with ground beef. That was ground veal, and this is ground pork. And then we're gonna go in there with some Parmesan cheese. Y'all know me, I love cheese. A good handful of that. That looks good to me. We add some lemon zest for a little brightness. Trust me on this, guys. I will never ever lead you in the wrong direction. If I'm adding it, just best believe you need to add it too, because it's really gonna maximize the flavor. Then we're gonna go in there with some shallots. You could do white onion, but I feel like shallots really bring a good flavor that I like. A little bit of parsley just to be healthy. You know, we gotta have some type of health in this. We're gonna add back all those breadcrumbs from earlier. We're gonna add 1 egg to this as a binder. Okay, and then we're gonna add some anchovies. This is like adding soy sauce to a carne asada marinade. It's just gonna give it a pop of umami. Add a couple of these bad boys. I've actually never tried an anchovy before. Let me try one straight up. Y'all wanna see that? I hope it's not nasty by itself. Is this nasty doing this? Not bad. Salty, but that's good. We got a few more things. We're going there with some garlic. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going there with a good pinch of salt. I know I said salt was the last thing, but you need pepper too. A couple glugs of that, and now we can get ready to mix this up. And then to mix this up, go in there with your hands. I put gloves on because this can get pretty messy. And you just wanna make sure everything is evenly combined. You don't wanna overwork it, so try to be as light and as delicate as possible as mixing it. But you wanna make sure everything is combined evenly. All that flavor is distributed all throughout each and every meatball, so every meatball is perfect. This is kind of fun. This is why I love cooking. Bringing a bunch of individual ingredients together and making something special. I'm telling y'all, it's vital. And then food on top of that, like food is, you need food to live. And being able to cook good food is a skill, man. Chefs should be paid more. I'm telling y'all. This is what our mixture is looking like. I feel like this would be a great meatloaf. Okay, now we can get ready and portion this out to even sized balls. Portioning them is super easy. I have a scoop so I can get even sized balls so they all cook at the same rate. And we're just going to fill them up. I probably should have sprayed this down first because I do not want it sticking. Oh, we're good to go. So now you just rinse and repeat, get all your meatballs filled up. Try to make them as even as possible. You can even roll them too if you really wanted to, but I'll probably do that at the end. Okay, cool. Y'all don't need to see me doing this. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll meet you at the stovetop and we'll get ready to cook these bad boys. I know it's a little early to bring out the Dutch oven, but this is really the best way to lock in all that flavor, especially when it comes to braising. I feel like a Dutch oven is always going to be best. In the Dutch oven, I have a little bit of avocado oil on the bottom of the pan so we can get a good sear. It is heated up and hot, so now we're just gonna place these in there and get a good sear on it. I wish I had like a better camera setup so I could like show you guys inside the pan, but I'll do my best. Y'all gotta work with me. I'll show you what each meatball looks like when it comes out. And again, with any time you're stirring meat, you do not want to overcrowd the pan. So try to space them out. You can do them in batches if you need to. It's probably gonna be 2 to 4 minutes on one side, just until I get a good hard sear on it, and then we'll go ahead and just flip it around. Make sure all that oil is covering it. This thing I cook on is like slanted to the front, so everything always tends to go to the front, so I'm always have to move it around. But as soon as these are ready to flip over, we'll flip them over. I'll show you guys that so you can get a good idea of what you're looking for. And then you just rinse and repeat with the rest of your meatballs. Soaking all that flavor. Ooh, we got some good crust. Let me show y'all one of them. This is what the crust is looking like. I don't know how good y'all can see that, but we got a good crust that I am happy with. While these meatballs are searing, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our mashed potatoes. I'm using russet potatoes. We're gonna peel, chop them, throw them in a pan. And instead of water, we're gonna use chicken broth. Throw a little extra garlic cloves in. That's really gonna just impart a lot of flavor. Of course, salted as well. And once your meatballs have a good sear on each side, we're gonna go ahead and just remove them from the pan. And I'm gonna knock out the rest of these, and then I'll see you when it's time to build our braising liquid. But I got a little work on my hands. These smell so amazing, y'all, too. Good Lord, they look beautiful, smell great. It's about to be a great day of eating. After those meatballs are finished cooking in the same pot, don't remove anything. We're gonna go down there with the holy trinity, the mirepoix, whatever you wanna call it, celery, carrots, and onion. And we're gonna let these soften down a couple minutes just till they get nice and soft. And we're really just building layers of flavor in this. You can definitely chop these up finer if you want to, but we're gonna be straining these out at the end. So these are really just adding flavor more so than actually gonna be incorporated in the final plating, final meal. So we're gonna let that soften and then we'll go in there with the rest of our ingredients. And after a few minutes, once those onions are softened up, we're gonna go in there with tomato paste. You really wanna let this tomato paste cook down a little bit before adding any other ingredients. Let it toast up, get amazing. I probably should have added it first, to be honest. At this step, I'm also gonna throw in there some thyme, some rosemary, and a few bay leaves. Mix this in, get this all incorporated. Just adding some more aromatics to this, really just gonna make this very special. You could even throw some garlic in there, which I'll probably do when it comes to building the braised. If your house is smelling good, then you're on the right track. I feel like this would be a great date night dish. Something easy, simple, a little fancy, but not too much. Ain't gotta spend a lot of money like you do on short ribs. Maybe I'll have to pull this out the bag. Next, we're gonna deglaze with some red wine. Ooh, I don't even drink wine, but when it comes to cooking with wine, boy, do I love it. Mix this in, and you really wanna scrape the bottom of the pan, get all that fond off, those brown bits, that is flavor. So scrape that bottom, make sure you get it all out. Next, I'm gonna go in there with a little bit of beef stock. And then for some brightness, some balsamic vinegar. This is really just gonna cut through all the richness of everything and really balance it out. Bring a little bit of that. Gonna season this with a little smoked paprika. Y'all know I love this. Any chance I can use this, I'm gonna do it. And then just to flavor it a little bit, we're gonna do a small pinch of salt here. And then just a couple glugs of black pepper. And then before the meatballs go in, like I said, we're gonna add just a couple cloves of smashed garlic. Grab your meatballs. Get your tongs, and now you just want to dunk them back in there. Submerge them down. You want to make sure that they're covered. Bro, I'm telling y'all, this smells so good. Like, I really wish YouTube had smell-o-vision, because if y'all could smell this, y'all would be in heaven right now. Good Lord, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to eat so good today. Be careful with them too. They are soft, and they're gonna cook through in here too. We did not cook them all the way through when we were searing them. That's what this brace is really gonna do, help them cook through. Now we're gonna put a lid on this and bring this up to a simmer and let it simmer for 30 to 45 minutes till cook through. In the meantime, we're gonna wait for these mashed potatoes, but as soon as those are done, I'll show you how to whip those up. We got something good coming along. So I will see you as soon as the mashed potatoes are done. Our meatballs are done, about 37 minutes for me. Your house should smell absolutely fantastic. We got a few more things we need to take care of, so carefully fish out all those meatballs. Yo, I'm telling y'all, this smells so good. Be careful here. They should be cooked through and have a warm oven ready to go, because that's where we're gonna place them in. So I'm gonna grab all these out. Once your meatballs are out of the braising liquid, we're gonna strain it, because that's so much flavor. That's gonna be the sauce that we use to top the meatballs. So we gotta strain it now. It might be a little difficult. I need a bigger strainer than this, so bear with me. I'm trying to do this without making a mess. Okay, we should be able to get it. There we go. Ooh. Get all that flavor out. We work so hard to build it. You don't want any of this go to waste. Some people blend this up, but we're not going to blend this up. After straining it, we're gonna take all of this liquid gold and we're just going to reduce this down over the next 10, 15 minutes. Ooh, this is a tight fit. We're gonna reduce this down, okay? I know that is very tight. Now you're looking at me like, Ray, you're crazy for that. The meatballs, they're gonna go into the oven and we're gonna just pour a little bit of sauce on these actually, just to help these stay moist in the oven. I'm making a mess too, y'all. Now, this is gonna go over the stovetop over a medium-high heat. It's gonna simmer down, reduce, and then we're gonna finish it with butter to get a nice silky sauce. In the meantime, the potatoes are done. I put a pause on those just so we can do this. Knock the potatoes out so everything gets done around the same time. But put this on stovetop, bring those mashed potatoes back, and I'll show you how to make some amazing mashed potatoes. After straining your potatoes, and of course, they gotta be fork tender first. I believe getting the smoothest potatoes is using a ricer or a fine mesh strainer, but I don't have that, a big one like that. So a ricer is gonna do the job just fine, and you're gonna just squeeze them out. Bada bing, bada boom. My bowl may be a little small, but we're gonna have to work with all my rest of my bowls. As y'all seen it, I've been using bowls today. Just rice the potatoes in that garlic that we put in there with the chicken broth and potatoes. Mash that too, and this is gonna be a nice pop of garlic in there too. It's gonna be like kind of like a surprise. Now to our potatoes, we're gonna add some butter, milk, and heavy cream. All this has been warmed up. You don't wanna do it cold, because it's like gonna kind of make the potatoes form up. So just slowly add it in, whisk it in, not whisk it in, but fold it in. These potatoes are gonna be so good. You could even throw some garlic, some rosemary, some thyme in that butter mixture, and it's gonna be all that better. And look, I can already tell we're gonna have to use a lot more. Don't be afraid. The liquid can really handle, or the potatoes can handle the liquid, so don't be shy. Of course, go to your consistency that you're going for, but all that flavor is just really soaking in these potatoes. Good Lord. Nice, creamy, smooth potatoes. You cannot beat this. I love making potatoes, guys. Some of my favorite sides ever, especially when you get some good mashed potatoes. You know when you get good mashed potatoes, you just crush them. And as we can see, look at our potatoes. That liquid was absorbed all into the potatoes, leaving us with a creamy product. Get you a ricer. I'm telling you guys, this is the secret of the best potatoes. But what do we need to make these potatoes even better? I got you. Cheese. Love cheese. Okay, we're gonna just go in there with a lot of it. You can always customize this, guys. Like, y'all know me, I love cheese, so I always go OD with it. But if you don't like as much cheese, feel free, don't add as much. You can do half as much. You do a different type of cheese, whatever you want. Obviously, if you do a different color cheese, it's gonna turn a different color. So if you wanna do like a different type of cheese, I would do like Monterey Jack, provolone, Gruyere, smoked Gouda, something that has a more neutral color like that, where it won't turn your potatoes yellow. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants yellow potatoes. Y'all have no idea how excited I am to eat these, man. Potatoes are not healthy whatsoever. I always tell people when you go out to eat, just because you get mashed potatoes, they is gonna have so much butter, heavy cream cheese, whatever it is in it, they're not healthy. But we're not here to make healthy food. We're here to make something that's very good, something indulgent that's gonna make you just sit down, take you a nap, and call somebody that you miss, somebody that you love, and be like, hey baby, I need you back in my life. I got a great meal I wanna whip up for you. Before seasoning, you wanna taste it so you know where you're at, because if you add seasoning before you taste it, then you might oversalt it. It needs a lot of salt. Don't be scared with the salt. I'm a pro, I've been doing this for a long time, so I have a general idea of how much salt food needs, but you can always do a little bit at a time, just gradually adding some till you're happy with how it tastes. You can also add pepper, but I'm not gonna add pepper. I don't want any black specks. I wanna keep this as clean, as neutral as possible. Ooh, that's perfect. Okay, give it one more taste. That's perfect. Now, the sauce is almost reduced. When it's finished reducing, just throw in a couple knobs of butter. That's gonna help it be silky smooth. And the next time you see me, we'll be plating up. Good Lord, these potatoes are good. Y'all gotta make this food. I'm telling you, I really be giving y'all gems. Bangers, bro. Like, I be crushing this food. I'm telling you, like, y'all just gotta see. Me telling y'all gotta try and I ain't gonna do nothing until you try it. Try it, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please try this. Okay, our braising liquid has reduced probably about 75%. I don't know if y'all can really see that, but it was filled up to the brim. Now we're on the very little bottom of it. It is nice and thickened. To finish it off, we're gonna go in there with a couple knobs of cold butter. This is really just gonna help you get a nice silky finish. And then just whisk that in. Once it's all melted, you can bring out those mashed potatoes, those meatballs, and we'll get ready to plate up. I'm gonna show you how to make this look absolutely amazing. Plating is super simple. Here we have a plate, obviously. In my cabinet, I have no matching plates on it. Every plate is different because I always like plating food. And when I serve food to guests, I feel like that is so cool, and they each get their own individual plate. But nonetheless, bring back these mashed potatoes, give it a final mix. And now you just wanna take your potatoes and you just wanna plop them down right in the middle of the plate. With mashed potatoes, it's really simple. Like, you're just gonna treat this as a bed. There's not much to it. Super simple. So I like to always spread it out, make a nice little circle, just like so. Bam. That looks beautiful already. And then all you have to do is find your prettiest meatballs and plate up. Good Lord, I'm telling y'all, this looks so amazing. This kind of reminds me of those steak bite videos I did a while back. Amazing recipe as well, but I don't think the steak bites have anything on this. Should we go 4? Let's do 5 so we can stack one right on top and just make it look extra special. Just like so. Golly, that looks amazing. And then you just take that luscious sauce and pour it right over the top. I'm telling y'all, man, this is going to be special. I can't wait to eat this. I'm like really spazzing out in my head right now because I'm like, yo, this looks so good. Get that good sauce. Once you're happy with that, make it look pretty with just a nice sprinkle of Parmesan cheese going right over the top of it. Good Lord. Sprinkle some around the plate too. Add color to the plate, and then for, again, a pop of color, just a little bit of parsley. Parsley kind of always scares me because I never know how I really want to plate it. You know what I'm saying? Just like so, and bada bing, bada boom, you got something special, man. I'm gonna take a few pictures and then we're gonna dig into this because I'm super excited. Let's go for this bite. I'm super excited, man. Oh, Lord. Sheesh. Y'all, look at that. That's for y'all. A perfect bite, perfectly cooked through. Cheers to y'all. Don't make the same thing all the time. Challenge yourself in the kitchen. I say it every week. Challenge yourself. That's how you get better. Stop talking dirty. Eat your food. That like melts in your mouth. Wow. Good Lord. Mashed potatoes. Amazing. This is so good. Man, it's things like this in life that make me super happy. Something just comforting and make you really just slow down and take your time. Don't rush. And you have something beautiful, man. Meatball is nice, tender, salted very well. Same thing with mashed potatoes. And then that reduced braising liquid, sauce, glaze, whatever you want to call it. It's fantastic. Chef's kiss. It brings a nice richness, a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese on top. I really be feeling like I got the best food. I really do. But you need to try this for yourself and see, make it, and you'll have the same joy, the same love that I'm having right now and feel just as good. So this is somebody that needs a great recipe because this is it. Come back next week. Y'all know I got a banger. I'll see y'all then. Peace.